Are you thinking about becoming a machine learning compiler engineer, but you don't know where to start? This is the exact roadmap that I wish I had when I was getting started. Hey baddies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and hit subscribe as well as the notification bell. I'm going to be going over the skills, tools, education, as well as how to stand out in this competitive job market. This video is going to be for students, college, high school age students, as well as those just looking to switch careers. This video is going to be really generalized, input or generalized advice on how to get these sorts of positions. If you want something that's more personalized to you, I also do one-on-one consultations. I'm going to leave a link for that down in the description box. The first thing I want you to think about is, why do you want to become a machine learning compiler engineer? What is it about the career that fascinates you? What, really gets you motivated about it? I'm going to go into a little bit about my background. So I currently work at Amazon. I was a data scientist for about 2.5 years. And then about 6 months ago, I made a role change into the machine learning compiler engineer role. I wanted to switch from data science into machine learning compiler engineer because I view the chips kind of as the shovels in the gold rush with all these LLMs and new models that are being created. In terms of the background and education that you're going to want for this type of role, I would say that computer science is going to be the preferred degree. You're definitely going to need at least a bachelor's. However, most people are going to have a master's or a PhD in computer science, or a related field such as mathematics could also work. In terms of boot camps, I've never met someone who successfully went through a boot camp and became a machine learning compiler engineer. I do know some people that have gone through boot camps that maybe had a degree in mechanical engineering, for example, and they were able to successfully get jobs as software engineers after that boot camp. So I think theoretically it should be possible to become a machine learning compiler engineer if you have gone through a boot camp. Machine learning compiler engineer, at least at Amazon, it might be different at other companies, but there's the software engineering umbrella, and then underneath it, you have the specialty machine learning compiler engineer. So it's a subtype of software engineer. Now I'm gonna go over the skills that you need to be successful in this role. So number one, you're gonna wanna have strong programming skills. So think LeetCode code style questions are probably gonna be in your interview. So pretty much preparing in the same way that a software engineer would for those sorts of things. Having some background in machine learning, such as knowing what a tensor is, understanding what frameworks are used, what kind of tools people use that are doing machine learning, is also going to benefit you hugely in this role. You're going to want to learn about neural networks as well. A lot of times models are composed using these frameworks, and then they're going to be sent to some other sort of construct, which is going to be consumed by the MLCompiler itself. You're first going to want to start to learn about IR, or intermediary representation, and then move on to LLVM and MLIR as well. It's really helpful if you are already kind of familiar with writing code for a GPU. So if you worked with CUDA at all, that's definitely going to give you a leg up. You're going to want to learn about the programming model of GPUs, what they can and can't execute effectively. Okay, now I'm going to go over some ways to get a job. The top way is probably going to be networking. So think engineering meetups. You can find those on meetup.com or places like Facebook and such. There's a lot of times engineering meetups. You could go there and see if there's someone that either is an ML compiler engineer or someone that knows someone that's an ML compiler engineer. That's a really good way to do it. Another good way is LinkedIn. Look for people that are already in the role that you want, that maybe have something in common with you. So maybe they went to the same school as you, for example. You can always reach out and just try to see if they'll talk to you. Another way that you can get noticed is by winning some sort of programming competition. So that could be sort of a Kaggle data science type competition, or some other, like Google sponsors a bunch of different programming competitions. There's also hackathons. Going to those sorts of things a lot of times can get you noticed and get you interviews and kind of, get your foot in the door that way. The third way, and what actually worked for me, is to get in at a company as a data scientist or maybe just a regular software engineer, and then apply internally to become a machine learning compiler engineer. This is going to work really well for you because people can already see, okay, this is the kind of work that you do. They can see work samples that you've produced. And also you're going to have a better chance of networking internally with people that already work at your same company. And in my experience, people are a little bit more willing to take a risk on someone that hasn't been in that exact role before if they've already been successful at that organization. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, go ahead and give me a like down below. Thank you so much.